Speaking of House of Hardcore 8, coming up on Saturday, Hardy, Carlito, Lance Hoyt in a three-way, like that match.
Extreme three-way.
Extreme. It doesn't say it on the
Yeah,
card.
well,
but just
fire my stupid internet person.
Tommy knows.
I don't pay them.
Go by Tommy.
An
Fair
extreme
enough.
three-way means I don't even know, but I'm hoping there's a
It's
ladder.
extreme.
There's a ladder under the ring. I'm letting you know that now. Everyone goes for it. It's got to be. Got a Hardy in there. Got a Carlito in there. You got to have a ladder under the ring.
No doubt. And I'm guessing you got to have a table or two under the ring, considering Team 3D versus Kaz and Daniels.
Yep, that's another interesting matchup. Those two guys from Ring of Honor, and talking about no politics. I had the Young Bucks. Young Bucks, Ring of Honor reached out to me, said, hey, we'd like to have the Young Bucks. We have a show. We're doing television that same day in Baltimore. We're starting our show at 5 o'clock. Can we have the Young Bucks? And I said, sure. Can I have Kaz and Daniels? Sure. That's
Nice.
See,
That's
go.
good business right there.
It works out for who? The wrestling fans.
And I'm guessing too that, and being that we've known you, you're such a great guy, that you have great relationships with all these wrestling organizations for the most part too.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
you always hear that in this business you have to be tough as nails, but I'm sure having good relationships with people goes a long way as well.
Being tough as nails is one thing, but also just, being a man of your word, being a man of business. Hey, it's going to help me. It's going to help you. That's the best way to go about it.
I see Eddie Kingston is on the card, one of my personal favorites.
He'll be wrestling the Man Beast. That new NXT Rookie Rhyno will be taking on Eddie Kingston.
NXT rookie.
The new NXT rookie.
He's new, isn't he? I saw him.
He is.
He was trending for half a second on.
He got a great ovation. I mean, the place went nuts.
Rhino's an amazing wrestler, man. There's so many guys, like I was saying, that are out there still able to go and work their ass off.
This is a smart thing, too. At least as far as I'm concerned, you could tell me differently, and I'll take your opinion. But what Triple H is doing, not just with the youth and not just going internationally, because he's done a tremendous job globally getting big-time guys, but Rhino, Brian Kendrick, the people he's bringing in, Samoa Joe, and that's just a rumor right now. That's not official, but, I mean, my goodness. Bringing in a Kevin Steen and now Kevin Owens, he's the champion, and where they're going with the product at NXT, it really seems like they're almost differentiating themselves from the parent company.
Correct. I think they made the right move by hiring a lot of the guys. Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, I used him on all my shows. I loved Kevin's work, still do. What I feel the future you have to look at, and I think a lot of guys there have to realize, NXT, it's their own show, and some guys may never, ever make it to the main roster because of that, which is fine. If it's brought up as a separate entity, great. But you cannot, like you said, making it so different, you cannot have the Columbus Yankees become more popular than the New York Yankees.
Interesting.
And if you give fans, that, honestly, I don't watch pay-per-views. I will watch stuff afterwards. I watched both NXT specials live. I loved it because they gave they made their WWE product different. And again, like we've been talking, for the first part of the show, is fans are calling for something different. They have it with, independent wrestling. They're also now getting it with, New Japan, and my company and NXT. So I mean, they're getting it, and they obviously want more.
Yep.
And it's funny with NXT, you're actually focused on the action in the ring. You're not wondering what's going on backstage or any politics when it comes to NXT.
Correct. If they steal my no politics, no BS, just wrestling, then I'm going to get hot.
Trademark.
Hey,
I
listen,
got it.
we heard it here first, so we just pull up the audio tape, and we got the videotape too. I keep it 5-star taping this, so let's not worry about trademark infringement quite yet. At the very least, we got a good lawsuit on our hands.
Right.
Joe in Chicago will be first up here, 866-522-2846, as we crack open the phone lines for Mr. Dreamer over here. What's up, Joe?
Hey guys, how you doing? Hello, Tommy. Nice to talk to you.
Joe, what's going on, man?
Not too much. I have a question for you. Since you've been with all the companies and you've been with WWE, and I know it's just a rumor, but do you think that Samoa Joe's style fits that company? I love him, but I feel like he is going to get in NXT. If he ever does end up in the main roster, Vince isn't going to push him, and then he ends up doing nothing with the last half of his career.
Well, I think Joe can have a good match with anybody. You just made something dawn on me. If I don't think it would happen, but if you pushed him properly, I would like to see a Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar type of match.
Wow.
Where in the sense of he has killed everybody, so now, not that Joe is an outsider, but hey, here's this other guy, and to me, that's a dream matchup. And, if there's anyone who has an MMA background plus a pro wrestling background, Samoa Joe, and he's, he is a legit guy, and, he's big, he has, with his size, but he would have to go through some hurdles with, Vince McMahon looking at him, maybe like he's a little bit of a chubster. But Joe is the real deal. And again, I don't look at person for what they can do, how they look cosmetically. I look what they could do in the ring, and Joe could do it all in the ring. Total sidebar, I know you guys are baseball fans. I just watched Pedro Alvarez yesterday, my first baseball game, Pirates versus Toronto.
Sure.
Pedro Alvarez looks like Cecil Fielder, 8 Prince Fielder. He has gained so much weight, but yet he goes out there and hits a home run. If he was in professional wrestling, he'd be sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, because he's a great baseball player and has great ability, he goes out there and hits a home run.
That's the thing that boggles my mind about a guy like Joe is, sure, you could look at the body when he walks into the ring and you're like, what's this guy going to do? And then he does, insecurities and he's able to be so light on his feet. He's like the Jackie Gleason of pro wrestling. I mean, to me, I don't what gets in between, what you're seeing with your eyes and your brain that says this guy can't be on the biggest stage of them all.
Oh, 100%. But again, it's like I told you this last time I learned on at 38 years old that the wrestling business is fake, and you're only as good as someone else wants to perceive you. The people that matter the most and where it is not fake is your in-ring ability, because the fans, the people that pay money to see you, those are the ones that endorse you, just like they endorse Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is small. Daniel Bryan looks like a goat man. Daniel Bryan is one of the best wrestlers of all time. And I love Daniel Bryan. And the fans love Daniel Bryan. Why? Because he can do it in the ring. That's what wrestling should be about. That's what it all should be about. LaShawn McCoy, hey, he should still be on the Eagles, but you bitched at management. See ya. We're going to get rid of you.
And the thing with Joe is you could be worried about the WWE and Vince McMahon. I don't think he was used properly in TNA the last 5 years. So for me, I'd rather see him taking this opportunity with the WWE.
I think he has enough credentials behind him and enough of the buzz that he could be a formal, and you, Joe from Chicago, are the first person to make me think that. So kudos to you. You gave me a good booking idea. Now, not only do I want to fight for real Brock Lesnar, I also want to see him fight Samoa Joe. So thank you for that. Thank you for your call.
And I would say to a lesser extent, but especially the way he's being built and a similar body type, Kevin Owens. I mean, to me, Kevin Owens and Brock, if that ever happened down the road, I'd be into that match.
See, that's something that the fans would want too, and that's something that the at least a wrestling fan will buy a ticket for.
Yeah.
I would like to see Joe and Kevin Owens before I'd see him and Brock.
I'll take that too.
Because I would look at people and be like, oh, Kevin Owens is small in height stature. I'm saying like people who are up in WWE as opposed to, Joe's a big dude. And I would like to hear a chant of Joe is going to eat you. I would kind of like to hear that. And Joe, I hope you're listening.
At the Ring of Honor show that he just came back home, he's the longest reigning Ring of Honor world champion in history. And he comes, the first sign that they pan to in the crowd is Joe's going to eat you.
Really?
The first sign. I'm like, could they pan to a different sign, for goodness sakes?
I want to steal that gimmick.
Well, Vince McMahon will probably dress him up like a hot dog and make him one of the Rosebuds, but...
They should give that gimmick to Dolph Ziggler, and then he goes after the Divas. Hey-o! We're on fire today.
You can only get that on Busted Open.
Seriously.
Yeah. Dolph is going to eat you. Hello, ladies. Bring back Val Venus as his manager.
Oh, God. Let's go up to Toronto. We'll talk to Hansy. What's up, Hans?
Oh, my God, Hansy.
Okay.
What was Hansy doing?
I have no idea. It's scary.
Sometimes when he's on hold too long, falls asleep. This has happened before.
He's got some narcolepsy going on there?
Yes.
With a name like Hansy, has he got narcolepsy? What a nice fan base you got going on.
Marco in Texas joins us. Marco.
Yes.
Marco from Waco is having Busted Open.
Hello, Marco.
Hey, so everybody loses their mind because Brock Lesnar shows up on UFC 184. Let me give you the real nightmare scenario. Brock Lesnar goes to WrestleMania, knowing he's not getting a contract with the WWE. and decide on the fly, I'm not following the script. I'm going live and for real and use Roman Reigns as a sparring partner, a sparring dummy, and put a deal like a Dick Frank me and he carrying. What the WWE does then?
I completely missed what Marco was saying, but God, he sounds like Santino Marella.
Yeah,
Marco is great. Marco is basically saying that what if he's feeling that Brock is going to go to UFC and then he's going to shoot on Roman Reigns and then take the title
and peace out.
And well, if he does that, let's say he throws it in the trash, then he has guaranteed himself a Hall of Fame spot, and then he will. But don't underestimate the strength of Roman Reigns. He's second generation wrestler.
Totally.
He also was going to the NFL. He's a tough guy, and his father is one of the toughest. So I don't think that would happen because then that would be very, very bad business. But it's a very, very interesting theory that you said so eloquently, my paisan friend.
I mean, amazing. He could totally be the voice double for Santino. Am I wrong?
We should hear from him more. Call in again, Marco. I like it. It's better than Hansy.
Yeah,
I'm not
up,
a big
Hansy,
fan of Hansy
Marco.
right now.
Poor Hansy. I feel bad. Marco in Texas, this is for you, buddy. Easily imitate Santino. Good call, though. 866-522-2846. Tommy Dreamer in the house. House of Hardcore 8 coming up on Saturday at the 2300 Arena in Philly, PA. Can a couple people still sneak in there, Tommy?
A few. Last time what did we have? We had standing room only, and it was a great show. I don't know how many tickets I have on sale left. A few. I think we have about 200 left.
Okay. Well, hey, then if you want to go, I would scramble to get a ticket right now because they're going to be gone soon. 866-522-2846. Let's squeeze in Jamel in Virginia. What's up, Jamel?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Real quick, Tommy, I'm a huge fan of yours. It was two things that stick out in my mind for me. Once you got me on punishment when ECW came to Richmond at the Siegel Center, and I wasn't supposed to be there, and you were in the crowd with your arms in the air, and I was right behind you. And my parents caught me on TV.
I apologize. That's awesome.
Yeah. I was like, that son of a bitch, Tommy Dreamer. But I always felt like you got what you deserved when Undertaker had you drinking tobacco. So I felt like we were even after that.
Thank you. I got paid $7,000 for that, so yeah, that was cool.
Oh, my God.
There you go. Good payday.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing well, my friend. You got to stay up.
All right, I would drink just about anything for $7,000.
Oh, not me.
Get me a cup.
not me. You're going to have to specify what substance
3
I'm
DJs,
drinking.
1 cup. Let's
There
get
you
one.
go. Get that on YouTube.
Oh, boy. Kelly in Atlanta. What's up, Kelly?
Guys, this is Kelly, founder of the 5-Year Club.
Nice, thank you.
Very good.
I want to, Tommy. I just want, you're an experienced guy. You've been in the business for a hell of a long time. So 2 questions about WrestleMania.
Kelly, one question because we're really up against
flooded. Twitter's going on fire for us. I'm over.
Here's the one. What's the story behind how do they play out Bray versus Undertaker?
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. To me, once Undertaker's streak ended, it was it. I would have loved if Undertaker's streak would have continued, and this kid could have been the one. To me, it's just a regular match, though I think Bray is amazing on the microphone. I think the fact that The Undertaker has lost at WrestleMania has totally lost its luster and appeal.
Cannot disagree with that.
It's going to be tough for Bray.
It's a no-win situation on either side of the coin.